was going to try and put him down for this, but I mean, it's a postpartum video, so might as well have the babe present. Okay, so hi, welcome to my channel. This is a postpartum video for the mom. So it's not what baby needs, what you need for the babe, whatever. So like this is helpful for the babe, but this is not what we're talking about. We're talking about needs for mom herself. If you just gave birth, or if you're planning on giving birth, these are the things you're going to want to need. There are a few things on the list that are specific to C-section moms. So if you're getting a planned C-section, then these are the things I recommend. If you are just want to be prepared, then be prepared, because we were not prepared and we had to order several things in the week and 2 weeks after giving birth, because I had an emergency C-section and it was crazy insane, and there was a lot of things that I needed that we were not prepared for. So this is my list. Alright, first off, ice packs. You're going to want ice packs no matter what kind of birth you have, and not just for your lady area. I, of course, didn't really need ice packs. I was still cramping a lot, and honestly, I was using ice packs between my legs and my groin area before pregnancy, before birth, because there was just a lot of pelvic pressure and it was very painful, so ice packs really helped in the last few weeks of pregnancy as well. But these ones, especially from the hospital, they were super helpful. I would lay it, I would kind of tuck it in the top of my shorts or underwear or whatever I was wearing at the time. Sometimes just those ones especially, I didn't need to have a layer between, so you know how normally you wrap a towel or something around an ice pack. The ones from the hospital, stash up on. Before we left the labor delivery room, we took them all out of the cabinet and loaded them up in our little suitcase, and then we got more in the next room when we went to the mom baby area, right? So stash up on all the things. Another thing you're going to want to stash up on from the hospital is the pads and the mesh underwear. Push them and ask for mesh underwear. They told me, oh, she doesn't, well actually they told Mike, because I sent Mike to find a nurse to get more mesh underwear, because I needed more and I was going to shower and I needed to change the pair of underwear I was wearing. And they tried to tell him that I could wear my own, but my C-section incision was right where my underwear line comes up to, and it was super uncomfortable, and it was really uncomfortable for weeks afterwards. And I even still have a numbness, so I have to be careful what pants I wear, because if it sits on that numbness, it's just really uncomfortable and it's not happy. So mesh underwear and the pads from the hospital, load up on all that you can. And even if they tell you, especially C-section mamas, if they try and tell you you can wear your own underwear, just ask for them anyways. Be like, please, these are more comfortable, I would really like these, whatever. Along that line, I will ask Mike which ones he ordered, because he's great and he ordered these off Amazon. But high-waisted underwear, I had one pair of high-waisted underwear that I just had from Aerie. It was a no-show, so super duper comfortable. And then I had a couple pairs that were loose enough or big enough or stretchy enough that I could pull them over top of my incision. But most of my underwear sat right on that incision. So we ordered a pack of 6 for $12, I think. So each pair of underwear was $2 of high-waisted underwear. And it was super comfy, especially with the amount of bleeding and stuff. Sometimes you just need to change your underwear throughout the day. Along that lines, you're definitely going to want plenty of pads. I used these thin Always ones for after I stopped bleeding, but before that I used a thin one from Dollar General that was a little bit thicker than that, and then there was also an Always thin pad still. It wasn't quite like your period pad, but it was enough that it was more than like the panty liners, right? Because you're going to bleed for a long time. Even if you don't, even if you have a C-section, just keep in mind your uterine lining still needs to shed. You had this baby and all this stuff going on, and you're going to shed. So it's like the longest period of your life, essentially. But yeah, it's not. Mine, I stopped bleeding around 4 weeks, and then I just had, I'm 8 weeks postpartum, almost a 9, and I'm still having like a lot of discharge, which is very normal. So, yeah, always pads, panty liners, all the things. always, but you always need them. I just happen to use always because I find they're very, very comfortable. These babies. Pads for your bra, because leaking, yeah, whether you're breastfeeding or not, you can still be leaking. I was not leaking before birth, so I was not expecting too much, but I did get like a couple boxes of these for my baby shower, and I was very, very thankful for that, because once we started breastfeeding, I just kicked into gear. I slept with a towel on my body the first few nights when things really came in, because I was just leaking all over the place, and I couldn't wear. Also, like the first few days postpartum, I didn't really wear a shirt. I did not wear a shirt in the hospital at all. So like, if y'all want me to do a video of like what I actually used in my hospital bag, let me know. Because I packed so much like comfy clothes and stuff to like breastfeed in and everything, I didn't wear much of any of it. I just had a blanket over top of me and him on my body, so like I was a lot more free than I imagined I would be. But life. Okay, what else did we have? Oh my gosh, this was so absolutely necessary. An extended loofah. So my husband got this just to like wash his back a little bit easier, but I ended up using it for weeks and weeks after postpartum, because my first shower, did not shower on my own. My husband just had to wash my entire body pretty much. I was barely moving. Post-surgery, right after a big blood transfusion, because I was just not doing well. And I could not be bending. I could not reach my toes. I could not be lifting my legs up. So like I couldn't wash my legs at all. So with that extended loofah, I was able to like just barely lift my legs a little and reach down and wash my legs on my own. And I was able to shower on my own, which was great, and allowed me to just feel a little bit more free and happy, everything like that. But absolutely so necessary. We picked ours up from Dollar Tree, so it's not like it's anything too intense. If you need to order one, I'm sure you could find one off Amazon, but a big old loofah, I will actually try and get it, but this is the loofah. Nice long handle, nice long loofah, so super easy to wash down your whole legs, just wash your back, everything, so that way you're not like moving and grooving a lot. Boom. Snacks. All the snacks, because breastfeeding or not, and easy to make food along with that. Breastfeeding or not, you are going to be so hungry just all the time, and so busy that you need to snack more. And a lot of people do like prepared foods, like freezer meals and stuff like that. I do recommend it. We didn't do it. We just instead had like taquitos that I could pop in the toaster oven, and like for breakfast, like the waffles, pancakes, like easy pop in the toaster oven type things that we could eat. Just within 20 minutes we made the food and had the food, you know what I mean? A belly band, high-waisted pants. Belly band I used from the hospital was super helpful, and then after a few weeks, or a couple weeks really, I just wore like high-waisted pants. They were a little bit more comfortable to like have that little bit of pressure, but not as much as the belly band. super helpful. Really, I just used my leggings. Honestly, my Christmas leggings were the most comfortable, so I was wearing Christmas pants, and this was September, October, so I mean, why wouldn't I already anyways, but that's fine. A rolling table, so I was in bed for weeks, obviously, and to be able to have like a table that could wheel and like kind of sit over top of the bed was so helpful. Have your snacks, your meds, your water on there, boom, done, set, and then you're good. And it's just super helpful for that like recovery time, especially when you're just really in bed a lot of the times. Last thing I want to mention is a med tracker app. I was on a lot of meds when like coming out of recovery, and I several weeks was tracking it like on the notes app on my phone, and I was just like, this is really annoying. I should like find an app or something. And the app that I actually found is called Round. So like it looks kind of like this. So now you set whatever medications you take, the times you have to take them, if you have to take them multiple times a day, stuff like that, and then you just press the check mark when you take it for that thing, and it records what time you press that, so then you know. So for me, like when I was taking ibuprofen, you have to wait 6 to 8 hours, and when I was in a lot of pain, I would like wait for that 6 hours. I'm like, okay, but how long ago did I take it? And it was like, oh, it was like 7 hours. Okay, so we're good. Perfect. But if it was only like 4 or 5, then it's like, okay, I just wait a little bit longer, just ice or something, and then I can take another ibuprofen, kind of things like that. Definitely stay on top of your meds too. Highly recommend doing that. I think that is all. That is all that I wrote down on my list, I think. Wait, let me check. Let me double check. Where'd it go? There it is. Ice bag. Pillows for like breastfeeding. Sometimes now I use the boppy a lot because I sit up, but when I was laying in bed, and you're holding baby and your arms get so tired, guys. First time parent life, arms get so tired. My arms are going to be so toned, just in general. So pillows underneath your elbows, like stuff like that. I actually often use our giant Tsum Tsums, just perfect. So yeah, then plus like for sitting up, especially postpartum C-section. I don't know if it's the same with vaginal birth, the crampiness that you experience, I have no idea, but the sensitivity that you have in your gut, like you really can't be using your ab muscles, so you need pillows to prop up and like to sit up and all this stuff, and yeah, just very helpful. So I tried to keep this short, but I didn't end up doing that. It was a long list, so there we are. But I hope that this was super helpful, and if there's anything else that you can think of that helped you in your postpartum, my little guy is almost tomorrow, actually today when I'm posting this, he will be 2 months exactly, so awesome. So these are the kinds of things that helped me in the first 2 months of being postpartum. And again, being C-section, my recovery is a little bit longer. Still kind of recovering, taking things easy. Have not done a workout yet. Still building up the courage. If you want to tell me the kinds of workouts you did postpartum, or especially C-section postpartum, then by all means leave it down in the comments. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you in the next video.